Welcome to RE Uncut. Our daily shows are supported by Printforce, Shore Agents, Rockend and CoreLogic.
Hello and welcome to our show, the final in our series with Doug Driscoll from Star Partners. We're talking about the end game as we come through this crisis. Who should you be listening to? There's certainly a lot of noise in the industry right now. Everyone has an opinion, but how much notice should you be taking of it and who should you be listening to? They're the questions I'll pose today of Doug Driscoll. Back in just a moment.
Your business card is a vital selling tool and a constant visual reminder of who you are, what you do, and more importantly, how you can be contacted. Introducing our new Velvet business cards, featuring a luxurious premium laminate that has a velvet texture and is soft to the touch. Printed on a resilient 450 GSM card, these cards can be printed with a range of spot gloss and foiling options to give your office that prestigious look.
Doug Driscoll from Star Partners, my guest this week. Doug, who do you listen to? Where do you get your advice from?
Well, first and foremost, the government, fun enough. Obviously, there's an update almost appears every day at the moment. And what I don't embark on is a game of Chinese whispers, because even when you look through certain media outlets or certainly social media, it's always an interpretation of the facts a lot of the time. Whereas if you go straight to the source and you look at the statements that have been made by the government directly, obviously then you can make your own interpretation, obviously deconstruct that if you like, and then see what's necessary or implementable into your own business. So look, typically first place I start is the government, and also some senior economists and actual experts, people that are perhaps qualified to comment and give advice on that. But everyone's an expert now, as you alluded to from the top. It seems everyone is either now a virologist or an economist, and I think most of them got their PhD from the University of WhatsApp, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, you've got to be careful who you listen to, and there's so much misinformation coming out, sometimes unfortunately at a very high level. I don't know if you're watching it, but we watch CNN quite a lot because I'm fascinated with the amount of misinformation that's circulating around the USA right now, and I guess we've got to be very careful. You mentioned earlier in the week too, Doug, just picking up on the GFC, global financial crisis. You were, I think, in the UK at the time. What were the lessons you've learnt from that you've been able to say, maybe we can adapt those to what we're going through now? I mean, no crisis is the same, but there have got to be lessons.
Yeah, definitely. Well, actually, that's a very salient point, actually, because people are probably watching this and saying, well, hang on a minute, mate, why should I actually sit and listen to you or any advice that you're giving? And that's absolutely fair enough. But one of the unenviable, I suppose, positions that I find myself in is that I have gone through a quite severe recession, and you learn some pretty valuable lessons from these things. And a lot of what I learned is still very fresh in my memory from back in 07, 08. I mean, obviously, the UK was a very, very different place to what Australia was, I gather, and we were hit very, very hard. But it actually teaches you a lot about yourself. So for me, I'm kind of battle hardened in that respect. But one of the things that I didn't see at the time, or didn't expect or anticipate, I suppose, the mental and emotional toll it takes. I think, thankfully, if you fast forward 12 years, I think we're so much more mindful of wellness and well-being and these kind of things. But there's a lot of people who are really going to struggle with this. I mean, really, really struggle. And we have one day a year, which is the Are You OK Day, which seems crazy because that's a question we should be asking each other literally every day, all day, every day, in fact. So it was more the emotional and mental toll that it took on me and those around me. And I would like to think, quite strong mental fortitude. But if I'm quite strong-minded and strong-willed and I have thick skin, and if it's affecting me, what sort of impact is it having on those that perhaps don't have that same level of fortitude. And that's one of the things I think we need to be very, very mindful of. Just keep checking with each other. And that's one of the beautiful things around social media, I think. I mean, there are many disadvantages and sometimes it can be toxic, but I think it can be quite a collaborative environment and a caring environment. And, I think we've just got to be mindful of who we are, because we are a product of our environments. And so my advice where possible is don't surround yourself with scaremongers, surround yourself with caremongers, people that have got your back and your best interests. And also, if you are struggling, don't be scared, don't be shy in reaching out, because it's really, really important now. And that's probably the one thing from that 07-08 period that I learned, that it really is tough. And you find out a lot about yourself. You really do. And I've often said that adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. As I said, there's no shame in saying you're struggling. There really isn't. And I love for people to be able to do that. And then when they do reach out, they have a support network around them to obviously help them through the process.
Doug, it's been fabulous getting an insight from you this week. Thank you very much for your time. Doug Driscoll has been my guest from Star Partners. Mate, I wish you all the best. I know you're preparing your troops for this, but thank you for giving me so much of your time today. And mate, above all, stay home and stay well.
Yes, and to you, stay safe and stay sane, I think.
Exactly. Thanks, Doug. Talk to you again soon.
Cheers, Kevin. Thank you.
The daily RE Uncut shows are supported by Printforce, Shore Agents, Rock End and CoreLogic. RE Uncut is one of the anchor shows at retplus.com, the home of property.